The Philippine Nurses Association of Nevada now brings you FilipiNars, news and features about the Filipino-American nursing community and beyond. And now, here's your host, Doris Bauer.
Well, hello to all of you FilipiNars listeners and followers. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. I am Doris Bauer, the host of FilipiNars, which is brought to you, of course, by PNANV, that's the Philippine Nurses Association of Nevada, in collaboration with our favorite radio station here in Las Vegas, PHLV Radio. So, thank you for joining us today. Maraming salamat po sa pagtutuloy niyong pagtatanghilik sa aming programa. Thank you again. So before we get to our guests tonight, let us hear from our field reporters of FilipiNars.
Hello everyone, this is Jessica, co-host of FilipiNars. I'm here today with Nikki Takea. She is our Associate Director of Nursing at Southwest Medical. Today we're going to be discussing the Nurse Licensure Compact, what are the benefits of it, what if she is for or against it, and discussing the shortage of nurses that we have here in the state of Nevada. This is Nikki. Hello.
Hi.
So Nikki, what do you know of the Nurse Licensure Compact?
I know that it includes several states, and nurses that belong to those licensed in those states can travel between states without having to get another state license.
Right. So there are many states that are involved in this compact, and Nevada currently is not one of them. Nevada, we are going to be lobbying for that next month, February 23rd in Carson City. So with that information, we do understand that nurses can travel from state to state and not have to worry about applying for that state's license. Do you think that's beneficial to other nurses?
For me right now, with the struggle of trying to not only fill open positions but keep the nurses that we have, I think it's hard to say because they would be able to leave easier or find other jobs in other states where maybe their family is from. They would be able to go a little bit easier than just staying in Nevada. However, like you said before, opening things up to us for nurses from other states drawing into Nevada, like we live in Las Vegas, so
Right.
We have something to offer versus maybe smaller states or smaller cities in those states that might lose nurses or not be able to pull from that.
Right. So what are the benefits, do you think, of practicing nursing here in Nevada? Or just being in Nevada? I know earlier we mentioned...
being in Nevada, for us moving here, we moved here from Hawaii, it was really cost of living, availability of housing, being more exposed to other opportunities. So not just in healthcare, but with the casinos and education. There's also a lot of opportunities for kids, like special needs programs. There's a lot more in Vegas than some other cities that I've had friends with kids with autism, and so Vegas had a lot more opportunities than they did in some of these other cities. So still think Vegas has a lot to offer, not just the gambling and the drinking.
Right. So are you aware that there's 4,400 nursing positions open in the state of Nevada?
No, I did not know the number, but I'm not surprised. Talking to, other nurses in other hospitals and the whole thing with Desert Springs, what's going on, I think that I was expecting it to be a little higher.
Yeah. I guess they're probably more than 4,000 now with Desert Springs closing. Probably. So where you stand right now, are you for or against the Nurse Licensure Compact being passed in the state of Nevada?
I am in the middle because before we started talking, I would be against it because all I could think was it would be easy to leave. And after giving some thought to it, I did not realize, to be honest, I thought it only had 5 or 6 states. But with that many states, you start thinking along the lines of more of like a national certification. Like I took the NCLEX, which is the same NCLEX that any other state would take. It would make sense that, you'd be responsible for your state specific laws, like whatever company you work for, you're responsible for those specific policies. So I can see how it can work and how it can benefit a lot of people by just having to maintain one. You said California was like $500 to renew a year, and a couple of nurse friends that maintain a Nevada and California license. I never asked them how much it costs, but wow, that's a lot for a nursing license.
Yeah, the state of Nevada, our license is only $100, but my friend who's traveling in California had to pay about $500 for hers. I know. So, personally, I think it would be good to have a nurse
I think I
license
could be
in
swayed.
Yeah.
I think I could be swayed.
I'll do more research. And
You already swayed me in 10 minutes. So.
I'll let you know how everything goes in Carson City.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Nikki. I'll check back in with you later. Thank you, everyone.
Well, thank you very much for that community reporting. So speaking of what's going on in our community and beyond, actually, January is National Radon Awareness Month. And February is National Cancer Awareness Month. So in this episode of FilipiNars, we're going to shoot or kill 2 birds with 1 stone, so to speak. And we're going to let you know about what radon gas is all about. And radon gas is actually the #1 cause of lung cancer for non-smokers, correct? Okay, so we have 2 very special guests today. We have Ms. Chris Kelly, who is the program officer for the Nevada Radon Education Program, and Mr. Will Rucker, who is the Western Division Director for Health Promotions, correct?
That's right.
Of the American Lung Cancer of Nevada. So welcome to you. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, well, I would like for you guys to introduce yourselves. Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay, let's start with you, Ms. Kelly.
I am Chris Kelly. I am the program manager for the Extension Office through the University of Nevada, Reno, and I run the statewide Radon Education Program.
Okay. What's your background?
My background is in health and real estate both.
Oh, good.
So it's a good match for radon.
Yes, I have some questions about that too. So, okay, Mr. Will Rucker, I'm excited for you to join us. I haven't seen you in
It's been a couple of years.
Yeah. So, tell us about what you do.
Sure. So Will Rucker, Division Director of Health Promotions with the American Lung Association. I wear a lot of hats. I'm very fortunate to be a part of our community here in Las Vegas, doing a number of things.
Yes.
What I love most is just helping people thrive. So with my work, I'm able to talk about asthma programming and tobacco cessation, talking about radon and air quality and the things that really impact us on a day-to-day basis. I'm also privileged to serve on the Nevada Minority Health and Equity Coalition Advisory Board.
We got to talk about that.
Yeah, and a few other boards as well.
Oh, very good.
Background is primarily actually in corporate America. I started off in telecommunications.
Oh, nice.
And then found that nonprofit work was far more fulfilling. So came here to start a church and work with the American Lung Association.
Nice, very nice. Okay. Well, welcome to the both of you. So let's talk radon. And so let's start with you, Chris.
Okay.
Okay, so what is radon actually, and what are the dangers of radon?
Radon is a gas, and so it is odorless, colorless, tasteless. You don't know it's there unless you test for it. So radon gas naturally occurs when rocks break down, rocks that are in the earth. It comes up through the soil gases. So any home or building that is touching the ground will create a vacuum. So those soil gases will just come up through the ground, through the vents, through cracks, and the gas goes into the home. or the office, the daycare, the school, whatever building that a person is in. So the issue is not, is there radon? Because there is radon in most places. It's how much radon is somebody breathing in.
Okay, so that's really difficult to tell. So you're telling me that when they dig for new construction, digging the rocks can cause radon to come up? Is that?
Well, radon is a byproduct of uranium when uranium breaks down.
I see. Okay. And so what are the what are the dangers of that? What affects the individual person?
The danger of radon is that it causes lung cancer. And radon is the #1 cause of lung cancer in non-smokers and the second leading cause of lung cancer in smokers.
In smokers, really? Wow. Okay, so how prevalent is, the presence of radon here in our community in Nevada? And, we're here in Southern Nevada, so how prevalent is it?
Well, radon is found everywhere in the United States. Nevada, because we have mountain ranges, we have high levels of radon. If you look at a radon map, it just gives you a general idea of the areas that have shown more radon or less radon. But those maps can be misleading. Yeah, they can be misleading. They were started in the 80s and there was a beta testing, and some areas didn't do any testing. So my job is to make sure that we have more testing so that our data is up to date.
Okay.
So people in Nevada can pretty much just know that they live in a high radon area.
Yeah, we're going to be showing you, a picture of a Nevada radon map in the state of Nevada here. So it's really, what about in Clark County? What's the prevalence in here for the greater Las Vegas area?
We need to have more testing in this area. So the maps don't really show the true story about the Clark County area. We've had recent tests that have been in the 70s. If you look at some of the early mapping, you'll see that there just haven't been very many tests done, and so you can't rely on that. But Clark County is high. Boulder City has some really high readings. Mount Charleston, Pahrump, everywhere has some high readings.
Wow, okay. That's really interesting. So you are with the Radon Education Program for Nevada, right?
Yes.
And what is that exactly? Can you tell us what that program is all about?
Yes, I work on a grant from the EPA, and I work through the Extension Office for the University of Nevada, Reno. And my job is to educate the public and professionals, meaning healthcare workers, builders, and realtors about the dangers of radon.
Oh, very good. Well, that looks like a very big job, right? So Chris is actually visiting us from Northern Nevada, come here to our Southern Nevada, and you guys have a new office here. It's really great.
This is beautiful office.
It's a beautiful office. Very good. So, okay. So let's. When does a homeowner need a home inspection for radon? And you said you have background in real estate, correct? So do realtors know about radon, and do they actually tell their customers to, hey, you got to test for radon? Is that a must? Or what do you think?
Those are wonderful questions. In the state of Nevada, we do not have any laws or regulations that mandate radon testing. We are one of the very few states that don't. Wow. In a perfect world, we would have all of those laws and regulations. So what we have been able to do is educate the realtors so that they can in turn educate their clients. During a real estate transaction, when somebody is purchasing a home, in Northern Nevada, the form says, all the different physical inspections, like, I want to test the sewer and the plumbing and the electrical. Well, in Northern Nevada, there's also an option to check that you want to have a radon test.
Oh.
But in Southern Nevada, that has not been added yet. So I have work to do.
Okay, well, let us know how we can support you.
I will. So most people hear about radon through a real estate transaction. So I teach the realtors, I teach continuing education classes for the realtors, and they're very receptive. I have not taught a lot of classes in the Vegas area yet. I taught one last year through the Real Estate Association, and it's kind of like the chicken or the egg, you know? You just have to start somewhere, so I am educating the realtors and the healthcare professionals.
I guess that would make sense with the realtors to go there first, huh? Because they're the ones that are selling these homes.
Right.
And the healthcare workers, definitely.
Right.
Definitely. So, good. So how do we get a radon test and how much does it cost?
Okay. Well, during January and February, the radon test kits are free.
Ooh.
So normally they would cost $11. But you can pick them up at any extension office location.
Extension office, which is here or
on Paradise Road in Henderson.
okay. And we'll show those addresses, on
Okay.
the screen for you. Okay. So it would cost, normally if they weren't free, it would cost about $11?
Yes.
Okay.
And everything that somebody needs to do a test is enclosed in the envelope that they receive. They receive a plastic envelope that has the test, it has the instructions, it has a form to fill out. They can either fill out the form with handwritten, or if they want their test results faster, they can register their test kit online, and then the lab can actually read their handwriting, and then they'll get their results faster. But included in that kit is also a special envelope and a postage paid sticker. So when people are done with the test, they just put it in the special envelope, put the postage on it, and mail it off. There's no additional charge.
Is it difficult to do it?
It is so easy to do it. It is a matter of opening the envelope and then placing the test according to the directions. It's important that the test is placed accurately. So you would never put it in a kitchen or a bathroom because there's too much moisture in the air in those areas. And you want to put it somewhere where you're actually breathing the air. So you wouldn't put it in the crawl space or your attic or a guest room. You would want to put it in your bedroom or maybe on the dining room table and just leave it there for 2 days and then mail it back. It's super easy.
Super easy, yeah.
And it's painless.
Oh, good. I was thinking of different things, like the COVID testing or something.
I know, it's so much easier than doing a COVID test, yes.
Okay, that's good. Well, thank you very much, Chris, for that information. We do appreciate it, and I'm sure our listeners and followers definitely need education on this, so thank you. So let's talk to Mr. Rucker over here. Okay.
Yes.
Mr. Rucker from the American Lung Association. So why is promoting radon awareness important for the association?
Well, as our name suggests, we care about the lungs, right? So with radon being the second leading cause of lung cancer, it's important that people know that it's an opportunity for them to learn. And so with your test kits, we actually have some test kits at our office as well.
I was going to say.
Yeah, so we would try to make sure those are available. But it's critical to our mission that people know what they can do to live healthier lives. And mitigating the risk of radon exposure is certainly one of those things.
That's good. That's good. So the American Lung Association is working with national partners, right, for this radon exposure. How does the American Lung Association here, you do have test kits, you said, so how do you make this available to the public then?
All that anyone has to do is give our office a call, 702-431-6333, and we will arrange a time for you to come and pick it up. make it really, really easy for you. And of course, with the other offices available, no matter where you are in the valley, there's a location near you to pick it up.
Yeah.
We believe in collaboration and partnership. That's how we are able to amplify the work that we do. So any partner that's interested in even having someone come out and do educational seminars, we have that available. Or if community members just have questions, we're happy to be available and answer those.
Okay, well, we'll disseminate this information to our PHLB radio listeners, which is really, and viewers actually, so it's pretty good, that's good. So, I'm going to segue a little bit into a different topic. Speaking of the American Lung Association here in Vegas, what has been your challenges in the wake of the COVID pandemic?
Oh my goodness, what hasn't been a challenge, right?
Do I need an hour?
We need an hour or two.
Right, or two.
Well, during the pandemic, when it was at its height, we really shifted into action right away. We are a lung health organization, so this is exactly what we do. So we instantly started educating folks about how to protect themselves. We distributed masks and we encouraged folks to get vaccinated once that was available. So we really tried to head it off before it started. But once we reopened, we'll say, and returned to our offices, of course, we had our COVID protocols. Everyone was using sanitizer, wearing masks indoors. What we did with our community is we made sure they had access to our programming in a virtual setting. So while a lot of our programming historically has been done face-to-face in person, we transferred that to an online platform, first starting with the popular Zoom, very easy. But we've, of course, built up that infrastructure now where we host the platform ourselves and have lung.training, which is a wonderful way for people to get information. And so the challenges with COVID, people were scared to get back together. People didn't know what to do, and there was so much misinformation and disinformation that we really had to just stick with the facts. So we made sure that we were very neutral from a political standpoint and just gave the facts and gave people hope and tried to make sure they just weren't afraid, but that they were doing the things that they needed in order to be safe.
Yeah, and I want to remind you, maybe you were not involved, but I know Shannon was involved, and your colleague in California. We, the FilipiNars Association of Nevada, were distributing a lot of masks to the community because and the healthcare workers, because there were definitely lack of masks at that time. And you had donated 1,000 masks for us, so we distributed it to the students, to everything. So thank you again for that.
Absolutely.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, that was very important for us to do because we want to give back. We are a nonprofit organization, so that's just what we do. We just give to the community.
Yeah, that's great. That's good. So are there any other current projects that you're working on?
We have another hour, right? Yes. No,
We'll have to make you come back.
Yes, we're doing so much. So here in February is our annual stair climb event called Scale the Strat.
Yeah.
I am so excited. I will be climbing all 100+ stories and 1,000-something stairs. It's amazing. But on February 26th, which is a Sunday, we will be at the Strat, excuse me.
The Strat,
and going up the stairs. We'll have kind of a festival atmosphere so people can bring family and just enjoy. But what we do is we do that event, of course, to raise funds to do the work, but also to give people the opportunity to experience what it's like to have difficulty breathing. So as you're going up those stairs, the air gets a bit more thin, you're tired, you might have a little burning in your lungs. So people really get to experience what it's like for someone that may be living with COPD or asthma on a daily basis, but through that kind of more extreme atmosphere.
Yeah, I don't know if I can make that, but I was challenged a couple of years ago, and I'm like, I don't think I can make it. But
you can do it. I tell you, so every age range you can think of, we've actually had a double amputee that has gone up.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay.
We've had people with lung transplants. I mean, anyone can do it. It may take you an hour, but that's okay. First time I did it, took me about 30 minutes.
You're allowed to stop? Oh, that's
You are allowed to stop. We're very safe. We've got oxygen on various floors on the way up, water in case you need to get refreshed. So it's something that we try to make sure everyone really can do.
Very good, very good, very good. Well, Chris. And well, thank you very much for giving us an insight on radon and the current activities related to radon and other things to do with the American Lung Association. So thank you. Do you have any last words for the public?
I actually do.
Good.
Okay. The statistics show that 1 in 15 homes in the United States has elevated levels of radon, but in Nevada, it's 1 in 4 homes.
Oh, wow.
So radon is very prevalent here, and the only way to know is to test.
Is to test.
So please test your home.
Very good, very good. And Will, any last words for you?
Yeah, absolutely. For any lung health question, please reach out to us at 1-800-LUNG-USA. We're here to answer questions about asthma, tobacco cessation, radon, air quality, you name it, anything lung health related, we're here to serve.
Very good, very good. Well, thank you again. Thank you again for coming. So on behalf of FilipiNars and the program audience, I'd like to thank you again, Ms. Chris Kelly and Mr. Will Rucker, for gracing our program today. Very, very informative. And actually, personally, I can tell you, I have not tested my home for radon. So I guess with this, I'm encouraging everyone to get your homes tested. And if you need more information, which I'm going to, I will promise, and if you need more information about radon, you can go to Ms. Kelly's website, which is extension.unr.edu/radon. So again, that's extension.unr.edu/radon. Okay. And if you want more information about the American Lung Association here in Nevada, you can visit their website at www.lung.org, and or you can call 702-431-6333. And if you need those radon kits, you can actually go to their facility, which is located at 3552 West Cheyenne Avenue, Suite 130. That's in North Las Vegas, 89032. Okay, so to our listeners and followers, remember, radon is the #1 cause of lung cancer in non-smokers. And according to EPA, that's according to EPA estimates. Overall, radon is the second leading cause of lung cancer. It is responsible for 21,000 lung cancer deaths every year. So let's get serious here, folks. So please do the right thing and get your home tested. Thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you for the privilege of your time. This is Doris Bauer, your FilipiNars host, signing off for now.
The Philippine Nurses Association of Nevada has just brought you FilipiNars, news and features about the Filipino-American nursing community and beyond.